The RTFT All-Star Racing League is on the air. Live from Darlington International Speedway, it's the OldSkoolz Motorsports 100. Tony Trapasso up in the booth, joined with my normal partner in crime, Mr. Sam Cooper Bennett, and joining us for the pre-race, league owner Taylor Burris. Gentlemen, how are you this evening?
Doing all right.
Yeah,
I'm spiffing good, as usual. Looking forward to that.
Spiffing good. Okay, that must be a UKism.
Yeah, it's a British thing.
Sam and I normally say it, the United Kingdom and the United States, two countries separated by a common language.
Yep.
OldSkoolz 100 Darlington. How many cars do you think are going to earn their Darlington stripe tonight? I'm thinking half the field or more.
Oh, you're being too modest. I'm thinking everybody in this field will get a Darlington stripe.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean,
before we forget, speaking of Darlington stripes, I do have to give a shout out to the driver of the 19, our very own Francois Pelletier. Went to a special event Friday night called Crash Car. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with Miss Layla Wilson's channel, it's Wilson with one L. She does this thing called Crap I Race this week, and you'll see a lot of footage from Crash Car events. Basically, we throw the sporting code out the window. For 30 minutes, it's clear your own black flags. Whoever accumulates the most incident points in 30 minutes wins the event. Frenchie, never having done this event before, now mind you, he's in a field. He's one of three Legends cars in the entire field. The rest of the field is made up of street stocks and super dirt late models at Lanier, the paved version of Lanier. And again, Frenchie, never having done this event before, tied for the win. 196 incident points, and was still going when the checkers flew. He actually finished second on lap count, but tied for first, which is the only thing that really counts for incident points. So congratulations, Frenchie, there. And anybody that's watched the broadcast recently knows that Frenchie knows how to drive a damaged race car. So no real shock that he would do well in an event where crashing is encouraged, if not required. And so I did want to give a shout out there. But tonight, hopefully not collecting too many Darlington stripes, here at the tricky 1.3 mile high banks at Darlington.
Yeah, going to be a fun race tonight. Hopefully, going to be seeing some, like I said, Darlington stripes. I mean, and Francois Pelletier, going back to him, I mean, he did well to get that joint first, but unfortunately, judging by the past few races, he certainly knows how to destroy a car, which is unfortunate in this situation.
But in his defense, only one of the 26 accidents he's been in the last 5 races has been his fault.
Yeah.
I do want to go on the record as stating that only one of 26 in the RTFT league has actually been Frenchie's fault.
Yeah,
so
Francois is one of the cleanest drivers you'll come across. You might get caught up in someone else's mess, but when it comes time for him, he will race you hard, but race you clean and not cause any problems. And that's why he's doing so well. That's why he was our champion for both from last season. He was clean, and he knew when to push the car, when to back off.
And that was the thing I noticed Friday night, was he definitely knows how to wheel a wounded race car to its fullest too. Because I was in one of the super late models, and it was all I could do to catch him sometimes. Of course, I was missing half my front end most of the race, but that's beside the point. But I would like to point out that he did tie with the defending Crash Car champion. So that's really something to hang your hat on. That first time ever being in the event, not really sure exactly what to do, what not to do. Able to tie with the defending series champion in an event like that, and that's big props to Frenchie for stepping up like that.
I mean, that's better than what I did, because the first crash car event I took in, I knocked the fuel cell out of your car and killed you, so.
Yeah, and that's when they decided to change how they did that on dirt. Thanks, Sam.
Of course, what I was showing you earlier today with the Blackadder Motorsports boys racing on dirt. That's a whole nother ball game, I think. I mean, crash car was some interesting racing, but.
And for those of you wondering what we're talking about, Taylor showed Sam and I what equated to the iRacing version of a snuff film earlier. When you put pavement guys on a dirt track with very little practice and just watch them knock the walls down, and if they're not knocking the walls down and there just happens to be a car in the way, just
I got you.
Blap.
I don't know what's up with Skype.
A lot of good men died that day.
Stand by.
A call request from you guys, but every time I touch it, it doesn't.
Stand by, KP.
All right.
Let's see if we can get KP into this call again. There. Let me make sure I'm grabbing the right one. Yes. Let's see how that works.
Hey.
Hey, KP's in the booth with us now.
He is.
So
Hi,
yeah,
guys.
there he is. Now we were just talking about our experiences with crashing cars with that Friday night craziness that happens with our other teammate Layla Wilson.
Oh yes, it's quite a bit of fun actually. It's if you want to blow off a little steam, then go out and T-bone somebody in a Pontiac Solstice driving a modified.
Or knock the fuel cell out like I did.
Or knock the fuel cell out of somebody else's car. Now, here's the unwritten rules of what the event we're talking about. Alcohol is not required, but it is heavily encouraged.
And it does help, actually.
Yes, and if you're not laughing through at least half of the event, you're A, either too sober, or B, taking it way too seriously.
This is true. I think one of the first times I ran with you, Tony, I did not in any way, shape, or form know what was going on and just had fun with it.
And finished second.
Yes, finished second.
Well, the reason we were talking about it is because Frenchie came this past Friday and actually tied me for first. 196 points apiece. So, and I would like to point out that I do hold the record for a 30-minute crash car with 286 points. And for those of you who know how iRacing hands out the points, yeah, do the math on that one.
I don't want to do math. No.
You don't want to do high-powered gazintas?
No.
I do enough math each day. I don't need to do it on iRacing.
I have to do them every Thursday after other races, so yeah.
Yay for Common Core. I'm kidding. So anyways, let's bring up the current standings and see who's running where. Big shocker, the usual suspects up at the top of the leaderboard right now in hot laps. Dallas Pataska showing the way with a best of 27.026 unofficial track record. Chris Gutierrez currently sitting second quick, just 1/10 of a second back. And Ronnie Osmer sitting just over a tenth back from him. This is very interesting as far as lap times go. Dallas Pataska 27.026. Chris Gutierrez minus 0.102. Ronnie Osmer minus 0.102. Dustin Dean minus 0.0102. Oh, good grief! You can't write this stuff, folks. that's actually kind of amusing, and for those of us who have no life, we find amusement wherever we can.
Well, putting that into real terms, I'm saying that's, they're running a really similar line, which you have to do here. And for the lack of a better term, I mean, it's each one of them's burping one extra place on the racetrack.
Pretty much, yeah. And the line that you have to run here is just so, it's different than just about any other track out there. The only other track I know where you run a very similar line, actually there's two tracks. There's IRP and Irwindale, and for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, you run about half a car width off the outside retaining wall all the way around the track. That's the fast line.
I think Dustin Dean's playing a really bad joke because he's running a Toyota, but he's got a BMW emblem on the hood.
Where do you see that at?
Well, if you think that's bad, take a look at Ronnie Osborne's Chevy, and tell me if you recognize the paint scheme on that one.
Give me 2 seconds. Oh yeah, yeah.
And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, let me bring Ronnie up on screen here. We're going to take the standings down, and hopefully Ronnie is still on track. No, he's not. Okay, great.
He's in
pit road, though.
Okay.
Interesting.
So Ronnie does have
a sense of humor. Cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that
refresh trading paints.
That BMW emblem on the hood of the 21, that's very deceiving.
Well, for those of you who have Trading Paints who's actually working, I got a Facebook IM from Ronnie earlier. Just letting you know, tonight's race, my throwback will be Tiny Lund's 1969 Dodge Daytona Charger.
Oh dear.
That's a facepalm moment if you've ever seen one.
Well, I mean, I for one enjoy it. I mean, in real life, NASCAR does the throwback weekend here, and
yes,
it's good to see iRacers getting in that spirit as well.
So yes, that is a Chevy Camaro. However, that's Tiny Lund's Dodge Daytona paint scheme.
If only they did have the Dodge NASCAR stock car in here, then they would actually be able to show it in its proper colours. But iRacing haven't figured that out yet, so maybe not.
Well, I've heard rumors, and again, we all know how iRacing rumors go.
Soon.
Everybody's heard a rumor, just like everybody has an asshole.
Wow.
Wow.
iRacing rumors are like assholes. Everybody's got one. But the one I've heard is that they are scanning a Dodge Daytona Daytona 1969. They're scanning a Torino Talladega, and they are scanning one of the 69 Chevelles.
Are they planning a classic NASCAR series?
Well, it serves them right. Since they have all the classic.
You wouldn't see me for a month if that happened.
Yeah, same thing.
Just like I've already told my supervisor at work that when the Northeast Dirt Modified comes out, and if they ever do release the Super Modified, I plan on using up all my sick days.
It's the same. I'm just going to install my iRacing computer in the bathroom. So, diapers are too much work. I'm just going to put the computer in the bathroom.
That's actually not a bad idea.
But you want to put it in a room that's in between the bathroom and the kitchen because you want to reach both sides each.
Oh, no. Simple fix. Most
What?
refrigerators in the States, anyways, work on regular wall outlets, so you don't need a special plug. You just plug that into one of the outlets in the bathroom, and you move the fridge into the bathroom with you.
Genius. Let's do that.
And then you call up whatever local grocery store will deliver, leave the door unlocked, and just scream from the bathroom, "Come on in," and just sign the paper while you're sitting there at the chemo.
Oh my god!
Can you
Tony,
tell
you
I've
have
thought
put-
about this way too much?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
we
put-
can
I
a
start.
lot of thought in there.
I've put
man.
entirely too much thought into how to handle when the Northeast Dirt Modified comes out.
You need help.
And well, here's the thing: they're talking about releasing it around Christmas at the same time that they're going to release a couple of tracks in the area that they've allegedly scanned. For example, allegedly they've scanned Rolling Wheels Raceway Park in Elbridge, New York. They've scanned Lebanon Valley in East Lebanon, New York. We're supposed to get Knoxville around the same time, and the Northeast Dirt Modified. And I've already been told by inside sources at the Oswego Speedway that iRacing does plan on showing up for Super Dirt Week 2017.
So we could get Oswego Dirt as well.
We could get Oswego Dirt, and if they're going to do Oswego Dirt, they might just as well send the van, this coming weekend and scan the paved version as well.
And for all you British road course fans, I've heard a rumour down the line that Snetterton is coming to iRacing as well.
Oh, there's
As
no
well as-
rumor about that one.
That's confirmed.
That's confirmed.
Yeah.
Snetterton is confirmed.
As well
that
as
is an awesome track. I love that track.
As the times are starting to trickle in, boys, and no real shocker
Surprise.
at your top four currently.
Well, Dustin Dean's a bit of a shocker. I've not seen him up there much.
well, Dustin Dean hasn't been really racing a whole lot, but when you get him in a car, watch out.
Yeah, Dustin Dean, when he has shown up big, and big he is showing up right now.
You are talking about the inaugural RTFT All-Star champion.
Okay, fair enough then. I retract my statement.
But it is the usual suspects in the top five: Pataska, Gauthier, Osmer, Dean, and Ping.
But I'll get to the point standings in a minute, but I will say that things are very, very close in the point standings right now between Dallas and Ronnie. So,
Well, last week really closed up the gap.
well, yeah, Dallas retired on the first lap and Ronnie drove the race of his life last week. So, yeah.
Even though he did pancake the car coming through the kink
Yeah.
That was a bit...
twice.
But still, he got more points than Dallas.
True.
Yeah.
So he did close that gap quite considerably.
So while we've got a couple of minutes and waiting for more times to come in, I'm going to announce the top 10 of the point standings, if that's okay.
Okay, Sam.
No, they're all
Oh.
gonna laugh at you.
Right. Sitting in first place, same as last week, is Dallas Pataska with 353 points. Just 5 points back now after last week is Ronnie Osmer with 348 points. Sitting in third place, a major absentee for tonight is Ray Black Jr. Sitting in third place in the standings and is probably going to lose it to Steve Gauthier, who's sitting in fourth. In fifth place is Samuel Harris after his win last week at Road America. Sitting in sixth place is Francois Pelletier with 288 points, 20 points back. In seventh place is Dustin Ping. Eighth place is Jonathan Medeiros with 243 points. Sitting in ninth place is Robert Hill Jr. with 236 points. And taking the final top 10 position is David Bigger with 233 points.
Now, I would like to point out that you did mention Ray Black Jr. is missing, but we also are missing Robert Hill Jr. tonight. So both juniors are not in the field and are in major jeopardy of losing what little lead that they have over the people around them.
Especially Robert Hill Jr. He's going to lose a ton of spots tonight if he doesn't join between now and the race start. So,
Which he has 23 seconds.
yeah, he's going to drop out the top 10, which is unfortunate because he's been working his backside off to get up in that top 10.
Absolutely.
Ray Black Jr. is going to lose at least 3 spots tonight. So
So
2.
real quick, only 7 cars taking time tonight. Make that 8. Now 9. Now 10. And they just put in qualifying laps just for the F of it. It looks like.
Reasons.
Yeah, because reasons. So starting up on front row is going to be Dallas Pataska and Steve Gauthier. Ronnie Osmer and Dustin Ping going to make up row number 2. Dustin Dean going to make up row number 2. Dustin Ping and Brent Kuhl going to make up row number 3. Row 4 goes to Joe Owen and Butch Frazier. Frenchie and David Bigger are going to make up row number 5. Michael Jeans and Brad Miller are going to be in row number 6. Chris Gutierrez and Jonathan Medeiros are going to be row number 7. Row 8 is going to be to Jose Pabon and Brad Brothwell and Zach Brew and Sean Dower are going to be row number 9. With Tim Burris starting shotgun on the field all by his lonesome in row 10. So 19 cars scheduled to go off in this one. As field's starting to grid up a little bit here.
I will admit, I'm looking forward to this race. This is going to be very interesting.
And either I'm not seeing paint schemes properly, or a lot of these guys are not running throwbacks.
They're definitely running different paint schemes, though, compared to last week. I mean, Dallas Pataska's running a black paint scheme tonight, which looks very nice, to be fair.
True story.
I actually can't see most of them. It's weird. I'm seeing like the Wrangler throwback, and I'm seeing some other throwbacks, but for some reason, Ronnie Osmer, among a couple of others, are not going to be showing up for me.
Ronnie's running an old one. There's a couple of old ones. Dustin Ping running the throwback Bush scheme. We got Joe Owen running the old Wrangler scheme. Butch Frazier running the Hooter scheme as always. And it looks like David Bigger running the old In-N-Out burger. Good grief, that's going back a ways.
Also, Tony, don't forget to take the standings down.
Yeah. Bitch, whine, moan, complain.
If it wasn't going to be me, it was going to be somebody else.
True story.
Hey, Tony, take down the standings, man.
AKP, go take another shit, will you?
Oh,
burn.
I'm on empty
now.
Sorry.
There's Dustin Ping's Bush beer Mustang. There's Joe Owens Wrangler Camaro. So a handful of throwback schemes. As we're going back up on point with Dallas Pataska, as the lights are already out on the pace car. Field getting ready they are locked, cocked, and ready to rock, as we sometimes say.
All right, guys. So I have to ask, which one of these gentlemen's going to dance with the lady in black and win tonight?
My money's on Ronnie.
I was going to say Ronnie's due, especially after the last few weeks that we've seen him run.
There we go. Pace car's off.
Green flag, green flag.
And here we go.
Yeah.
Osmer getting a great jump on the inside. Pataska on the low side. Osmer right now side by side with Gauthier. Here comes Dustin Dean trying to pick his way through traffic.
We had the 57 go really slowly on the inside of the track. I'm not really sure why he was doing that, but
I think he was dropping to the tail.
Yeah, got issues already. But yeah, clean start from everybody so far. So
far so good.
Yeah,
but it's still early. Working lap 2 currently, as we are.
I think I saw it was Gauthier. He might have brushed the wall a little bit off of turn 2 and went for that Darlington stripe early.
That's a possibility. Right now we're watching Frenchie, Mr. Francois Pelletier, in the Gold Cube, number 19, working with Chris Gutierrez and Joe Owen. That is your battle for 7th right now.
Yeah, interesting start to the race. I mean, this is the cleanest start I've seen. Oh, yeah, then I go and ruin it. Yeah, great. Well done, Sam.
That's Gauthier. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage and see what happened. We're going to have to back that up just a tick more. Coming through 4, catches the wall, just gets it loose coming off of, looks like turn 3. No, that was turn 2.
Yep.
Just gets her loose and around she went. So the transition on the high side of 2 caught Gauthier out to lunch right there, and you see him pancake the right side of that car. A little bit of damage on the nose. Luckily, iRacing hasn't figured out how to program cut tires yet, so he should be okay.
Well, you didn't collect anybody either, so that's a good thing.
That's always a plus, especially after some stuff that we saw last night. As we see the first round of pit stops already taking place, Jose Pabon in the 88 taking it pit side, Brad Bothell, Brad Miller, Sean Dewar, Michael Jeans, David Bigger, and of course Gauthier having to take it pit side to get that car unpancaked.
Yeah, no, that was the 57 going slowly at the start of the race. That was David Bigger. Not sure why he was going slow at the start, but he must have had some kind of technical problem or something.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say he just wanted to stay out of the first dumpster fire.
Yeah, and the first wreck wasn't really a dumpster fire; it was just one car getting loose. But yeah, I see what you mean.
But in a place like Darlington, it can become a dumpster fire very quickly. And I would like to remind everybody that you are watching the OldSkoolz Motorsports 100 as part of the RTFT Allstar Racing League as we watch Sean Dewar's Old School Motorsports number 62. For all your in-sim graphical needs, go ahead and get a hold of Sean. And reasonable prices, and last I knew he was doing, what did he say, a 10-car team was one of the deals he was working on?
Yeah.
So
yeah, when we spoke to him at Indy, he was doing it. I'm not sure if he's finished it, but that was the project he was working on at the time. But yeah, he does some very attractive paint schemes. I mean, I'm good at doing paint schemes, but this guy seems to have it more nailed down than I do. But yeah, check him out if you get the chance. And
definitely has it on lock.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that is why you are watching the OldSkoolz Motorsports 100 live from the iRacing version of Darlington International Raceway. The lady in black, if you will.
Or, of course, more modernly, it's the track Too Tough to Tame.
Yes. Yes.
Which I think is a very accurate descriptor of this track.
I'd have to concur on that one because it's one of those tracks that you're doing well, and all of a sudden, just like we just saw with Steve Gauthier, the car will just come around on you because you catch one of the transitions coming off of either 2 or 4. And if you catch it wrong, it goes horribly wrong very quickly.
And also, I mean, this track, it eats tires.
Yes.
I don't know if a tire ran off with its mother or what, but this track absolutely despises racing tires.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah,
get your hate mail coming, folks. Remember, that's Kevin Paskowitz, P.O. Box 8675309. And the zip code on that one is OICU 812.
Lights are off on the pace car, by the way, I think.
Yes, they are. As the field goes 2 wide, we got Dallas Pataska, Ronnie Osmer up on the front row, Brett Kuhl, Dustin Dean, Dustin Ping, Francois Pelletier, Chris Gutierrez, Butch Frazier, Zach Brew, and Jonathan Medeiros rounding out your top 10 as we are working lap 7 of 100 here at the track Too Tough to Tame. Segments tonight going to be 25, 25, and 50. If my high-powered gazintas work right, that works out to 100 laps.
Sounds right.
Close enough, right? Horseshoes and hand grenades. And speaking of hand grenades, here we go. Pataska drops the hand grenade, and Osmer caught a little bit sleeping.
Green, green, green.
makes a real hard defensive move to get in front of Dustin Dean. Dean probably not going to be too happy with that one. Expect the chrome horn to be coming soon.
Yeah,
if he can get to Osmer.
Yeah, but Ronnie's going to be defending for his life today and probably trying to attack Dallas as much as he can. I mean, he wants to try and maintain that gap to Dallas Pataska as much as he can, so he can. Once he gets the opportunity, he will strike and try and get the top of that standings. I mean, there's only 5 points difference between the two drivers, so expect fireworks at some point in this race.
Well, you do have the segment points on the line. You have the overall race win points on the line. Pataska got the pole point, and he's got the lap lead point already. So that's currently 2 more points. So from 5, it's now up to 7. And Ronnie's definitely got got some work cut out for him. As we're going to go back to the battle for 6th currently. 5th. That's Dustin Ping, Francois Pelletier, and Chris Gutierrez slugging it out again. And don't count out Zach Brew in the 05 there. And again, Trading Paints does not look like it's working properly for me, so let's try that again. And see
the 05 looks like it's in a black paint scheme for me. So
plain white wrapper, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's try it again and see what.
Contact between the 88 and the 555. It's like the 88 hip checked the 555 into the wall, but kept it going. So.
And you see the 555 has that left front fender just caved right in right now. So definitely going to be something to keep an eye on there.
Yeah, and Butch Frazier's got David Bigger all over his fender right now.
And Dustin Dean and Ronnie Osmer just slugging it out for 2nd right now. I dare say that there was some contact made. Both cars were crossed up coming out of that last corner. And Ronnie is flirting with that safer barrier coming through 4 just about every lap.
That's what this kid does, guys. I mean, he drives the wheels off that car every chance he gets, and this is a track that can reward that sometimes, but more often than not, doesn't.
Why am I hearing Molly Hatchet playing in like my head right now? Like the voices in my head are singing Molly Hatchet's Flirting with Disaster.
It's all said and done that you can drive the wheels off the car, but as we all saw last week at Road America, he kind of pushed it a bit too far. So he doesn't want to do that tonight. He just wants to keep it on the track, keep it on the grey stuff, and run his lines and not overdo it like he did last week, and just get that finish and get up there as much as he can.
Well, as he admitted in his Facebook post the other day, I believe it was Saturday after watching the Xfinity race from Road America, 2 tires don't work. Glad to see I'm not the only one that binned it coming through the kink.
Yeah.
As we watch him just rub the decals off the side of that car. No, he did more than that. Look at that right front fender. Good grief.
Ronnie's not had much luck out on track lately. I mean, he ran his ARCA race at the weekend and got took out.
Yeah, he had a lot of help in that one. But right now, this battle for 5th is really starting to heat up. Dustin Ping, Pelletier, and Gutierrez. As Pelletier goes to the inside of Ping, giving him a look going into 1 side by side. Wisely backs off. Ping not giving him a complete lane to get through there. Running a tick off the wall. Running the low side of the progressive banking here at Darlington.
I mean, an interesting fact, guys, believe it or not, where these cars are running, that was originally supposed to be the apron of the racetrack. The racing surface was supposed to be that flat lower surface. So
yeah, they put that up there to try to help save the cars back in the day, and guys found out that they could run a whole ton quicker by running up where they are running, and track management just went, F it, go for it. So.
And I'm seeing, as I'm going through some of the cars here in the field, guys, there's already a few that have earned a stripe.
Some of them have earned more than a stripe.
That's true.
You know,
I'm looking at the whole train of cars from Brad Brothwell back to Sean Dewar, and there's just about a train of 6 cars. They're all like literally nose to tail fighting hard, but
as Miller and Frazier going tooth and nail right now through the 3-4 complex. Frazier's 555 Hooters car looks a little worse for wear right now, as does Sean Dewar's 62.
yeah, Butch Frazier's damage obviously came from the incident he had with Jose Pabon, so
Yeah.
he's going to be like, oh, the 64's around, coming back up on track, and almost a disaster. Wow. Had to tow that, so we're under caution again after the 60. Another Blackadder Motorsports car spins.
No, that's Gauthier again.
Yeah.
Let's watch what happened here. We're watching the replay coming out of, looks like 2 again. Pancakes the wall, catches the safer barrier, and headlongs into the inside wall. Almost the same spot that caught him before. The field doing a great job getting through there, threading the needle between him and the outside wall.
Almost ended in disaster, though, because he came back up on the track.
He did. He started to, but had it on lockdown. The brakes, you could see him, just locking him down. That may or may not end the segment, folks. We are currently working lap 20 of 100. So they may call this segment end. And I dare say just about everybody, actually, I take that back. Brothwell taking it pit side, Miller taking it pit side. Your top 10 staying out.
And I'm not sure if you noticed before the caution, Tony, but Ronnie actually got passed by Dustin Dean before the caution came out.
That happened early in the segment. That was probably 2 or 3 laps into the restart.
Well, that just goes to show how much I pay attention then. So, yeah.
Well, so much action all over this racetrack. It's hard to...
Yeah, exactly. We were watching on the stream. We were watching the battle for 5th as I looked up and Dean had just gotten by Osmer, and I'm thinking that's where Osmer's damage came from initially, was contact with Dean. As we're watching Pataska's car, it looks like the right rear quarter panel. I think he's got his Darlington stripe, folks.
Yay.
That definitely does not look like a straight right rear quarter panel. Well, let me rephrase that. It looks straight. It doesn't look like it's supposed to, though. It's supposed to have a little bit of a curve to it, and not in the direction that it's currently curved.
I'm seeing something's not right here.
Yeah, it looks like it's been caved, right?
No, it's lap 22 and Francois Pelletier still got a clean car.
And I'm going to give Frenchie your address. Because if you just jinxed him, I'm seriously going to help him pay for a plane ticket over to Ireland, hunt you down, and just let him use your sack as a speed bag.
He's got to catch me first. Although I have heard Canadians are quite fast, so... Yeah.
You do realize that firearms are legal over here, right?
Yeah.
In the colonies.
He's also a NASCAR pit crewman, which means he's probably not the slowest guy.
And those guys are usually in pretty decent shape, Sam. And
Yeah.
I've seen you, and you kind of look similar to how I'm built.
So now there's a GoFundMe. It's called Help Frenchie Meet Sam. It will be recorded.
Yes. So hashtag Frenchie use Sam as a speed bag.
I'm in trouble.
Yes, you are. And you have no idea how much. As the lights go out on the pace car, Dallas Pataska, Dustin Dean, Ronnie Osmer, Francois Pelletier, Dustin Ping, Zach Brew, Butch Frazier, Jonathan Medeiros, Brad Brothwell, and Chris Gutierrez is rounding out your top 10.
All right, so it looks like we are going to get that one last restart to end out the session, guys.
A two-lap dash. Put them up on the dash right now, boys. So, field working its way down the back straightaway right now. You see the most of the throwback paint schemes on that inside line right now.
All right, guys, this should be fun.
And here we go. Patasko wasting no time dropping the hammer.
Green flag.
Osmer getting to the inside of Dustin Dean. Frenchie right there with him. This has a possibility of ending poorly. Frenchie backing out, knowing what's about to happen. And I'm thinking, I'm thinking if Ronnie can get to
yellow.
that's going to end the segment there.
Yep.
Let's see who stepped on their crank. Tim Burris. Tim Burns. What happened?
Tim Burns.
Yeah, that's definitely a Tim Burr right there, as he's running the Popsicle 36. Just overcooks it, gets into Jose Pavon, and it looks like Sean Dewar caught a piece of that one.
See, he's running way too low in that.
Let's watch that again. Here they are, getting back up to speed. Running way low on the racetrack, tries to get it into the corner, catches the bottom part of the apron, and just washes up the track. Pabon's there, and bang, there goes Dewar, getting both sides of the car on Dewar.
Yeah, victim of circumstance once again, Sean Dewar.
Yeah.
He just can't catch a break lately.
And look who's finally going down pit road, because that's gonna be the segment. So we are on lap 25 right now. Everybody going down pit road except for, looks like Gutierrez, Medeiros, and Gene staying out. I'm kind of surprised Medeiros in the 84 is staying out, only because he's got 26 laps on the stint.
Yeah, that's a lot of where I was wondering. Maybe he was staying out just to try and lead a lap. I don't know, but.
Yeah, he got snookered by Gutierrez, though, because Gutierrez is only 5 laps into this stint. He pitted under the last caution. Same thing with Jeans behind him.
So, I mean, that's the only thing I can think. You've got that many tires, you're under caution here. Or that many laps on your tires, you're under caution here. There's
Right.
no reason to stay out.
So, Dallas Patasko winning the race off pit road. Francois Pelletier picking up a couple spots, moving into 5th. Zach Brew picking up a couple spots. Dustin Dean picking up a couple spots. Dustin Ping. Ronnie Osmer dropping back to 10th.
Medeiros and Jeans dropping down to pit road now.
I see that. Gutierrez staying out, though.
Yeah, obviously he knows something we don't. That's why he stayed out.
Well, I have to figure he's only really got 1 lap of green flag racing on his tires. This is probably his strategy to get up front for the start of that second segment.
He probably just wants a point for leading the lap. That's probably what it is.
That's a safe bet.
He could have just done that and went into pit road, though. He didn't have to actually take the restart.
Well, he's got the lap led, and he's only got 6 laps on this set, and most of those laps are under pacing. I think there was only maybe half a lap of go.
Yeah.
But I mean, this track still does not like tires even at 65 miles an hour. So.
And she doesn't forgive you either if you make a mistake.
True story.
Definitely not. So it's funny, actually. The very first race ever run here, the car that won, the driver realized that nobody had tires to make it the entire distance, so he put semi-truck tires on his car.
Yes, I did hear that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but this is the only track in the world where they refer to it as her and not as it, because obviously it's the lady in black.
Well, let's see.
It's the only one I can think of. I mean, this everyone wants their dance date with this track. Very few ever actually make it to victory circle, though. I mean, even Richard Petty, I believe he only had 1 win here in his career. So this track is not easy.
Okay, so trivia fact. Go ahead and post your comments in the chat. Who has the most wins at Darlington? KP and Sam, you guys don't get to vote on this one.
Oh.
Because I know you both probably know the answer.
I'm 99% sure that I do.
I'm about 2% sure that I do.
Well, Google it and see if you're right. But
Okay.
in 3, 2, 1, do we have an answer?
Dale Earnhardt Sr. Actually, no. David Pearson.
There you go. The Silver Fox.
Yeah.
Driving for arguably one of the greatest racing teams in the history of ever, the Woods brothers.
Green flag.
As pace cars in, Chris Gutierrez dropping a hammer, and we are back live.
Somebody at the back literally cold trickle in the field.
You see that? And how'd that work for you?
Well, I
Still
got
at the-
through 3 cars.
Not well enough.
Yeah.
So Gutierrez currently leads. Pataska trying to reel him in. Francois Pelletier within striking distance. Right now, the battle, though, is with the 21 of Dustin Dane, the 55 of Ronnie Osmer, and the 05 of Zach Brew, as Osmer just bombs it to the low side of Brew. Sideways off the corner, has help, and around goes Osmer.
Oh, no.
Oh, he just missed it off the wall as well, so that's good. He didn't get any contact with the wall. No caution.
How is that not a caution?
He crashed on the infield. Kinda.
There's about to be a caution because Osmer's car is driving sideways.
As long as he keeps it down there, I'm pretty sure he'll stay green.
I mean, you
so.
can see how far he's got that wheel just cranked. Good grief. How is that not a caution?
I don't know, guys, but he's going to lose at least a lap, if not 2.
Well, I don't think he's used his fast repair yet. I think he's going to probably need to use it here.
More trouble for the 36. I just seen him hit the wall.
Well, business is picking up right now up at the front. Is Pataska is all over the back bumper of Gutierrez right now.
And that's not surprising considering... Oh, no! And we've got a car in the wall on the back stretch. Oh, dear.
Joe Owen.
Yeah, Chris Gutierrez, he's on old tires, he's on very low fuel, he's going to be struggling.
We're watching the replay right now. It's the same thing that happened to Gauthier. Just comes off of turn 2, just a little too high, catches that bump, and around she went and just headlonged into the inside wall. So tough break there as we're back with Gutierrez and Pataska. It looks like Gauthier has disconnected and Joe Owens has taken it behind the wall.
Well, that's not surprising, guys. I mean, that's
kind of to be expected.
You get frustrated quick and easy here, and if it's not your day, it's not your day.
Yes, as Osmer already 3 laps down.
Oh man.
16 cars still on the lead lap. Sean Dewar showing as the last car on the lead lap. Ronnie Osmer just passing the now parked Joe Owen, going up into 17th spot. Not the day he was looking for, especially with Pataska running in the top 2 all race long.
Guys, I have to think that Pataska is just cruising right now. He got right up on the back of Gutierrez and was pressuring him for a little bit. Now he's backed off a couple of car lengths. I wonder if he's just saving his tires.
It's because he knows Gutierrez has got to pit as well. So,
well, he knows. Yeah, there's
the 84's around.
The who?
The 84 Medeiros.
And he's gone already.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Let's take a look and see what happened here on the replay. Goes down low and just catches the apron, just way overcooks it going into 1. I'm thinking that was a hardware issue because if you take a look, he just bombs it in there. The car didn't even try to slow down, and the car is gone before it came to a stop.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking there was a hardware issue there.
A lot of people struggling around this track. I mean,
it's a hard track. It's not easy. The line is incredibly dangerous, and
right. Right now on the screen, though, we're watching the battle for 7th between Jose Pabon in the 88 and Brad Bothwell in the 42.
David Bigger right behind them as well, but Bigger is like a
Bigger
couple of
about
laps down.
half a
So.
second back. No, he's on the same lap, just a half a second
Oh,
back.
it was 2 laps down not long ago.
No, there's 16 cars on the lead lap, bud. Make
Okay.
that 15 on the lead lap.
Yeah, it's Medeiros.
Tail
Sorry, go
through
ahead.
foot.
Yep. So,
But yeah, he's got the Bothwell's got Bigger for company now. Bigger's actually got a run on him coming through the corner. Can he get him? I don't think he can at this point, but he's definitely getting a run on him now, and he's putting the 42 under
there
pressure.
it
The 42
goes.
hits the wall.
Can he keep it straight? Yes, he does. Nice save.
And just like that, Bigger's taking the position away. And Brad Miller has followed them through. Not Brad Miller. Yeah, Brad Miller.
Yeah, Brad Miller. You had it right.
Oh, God, I'm struggling tonight.
all right.
You
Well,
need a beer real bad.
That was impressive, guys.
That was very impressive to be able to just completely tail slap the wall. That was dirt track incarnate.
That was, as much as I don't like saying his name, but unless you're Kyle Busch, that's almost a no-win situation.
Pretty much, but I hate to point this out, but while we were watching that, take a look at who just took back over the lead.
Dallas
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
All right. Well, we knew that was coming, guys. He's obviously the fastest car out there right now, and he was going to get around. It just was a matter of time.
Right.
Yeah, but I think the most wise thing to do would have been just to wait behind Gutierrez until he pits and just use his draft to get away from the lead pack.
Well, the thing is, we're only 8 to go before the competition caution. Right now, the battle is heating up for 5th between Dustin Ping and Zach Brew. As we're watching Brew brush the wall coming through 3 and 4, so there goes that one. Here comes Gutierrez. I'm sorry, that's Pabon. Pabon in the 88, catching the apron, pushes up.
Ooh.
Live and let slide job. Good grief. That's like watching a sprint car at IRP.
And has he got a Dale Jr. tribute paint scheme on his car?
He does.
Yes.
He does. And the other Earnhardt paint scheme has since retired with Joe Owen.
Well,
Yeah.
no, the 05, at least on my screen, he's running an old Wrangler Goodwrench scheme as well.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you, Trading
Paint.
Paints. I hate you.
Yeah, I hate you too.
You
Okay,
guys get Ronnie's, I get Zach Brew.
Yeah.
That's
That's a fair
just it.
trade.
I want to see that car.
It's pretty.
Even though it's on a Toyota, that's kind of blasphemous.
Yeah.
Heathen.
Dude for Dale. No, I'm kidding. Because I want to just choke anybody that says that.
Choke yourself then.
Yeah, I know, right? I am. I'm
does
smoking
that later.
I'm smoking a cigarette.
I just around this racetrack, everybody now, I think every car in this race right now has a beat-in right side. These cars are just...
It's not really surprising. The only one I'm seeing not with a beat-in right side is David Bigger in the 57. That one seems to be pretty clean right now.
That's because he spent most of the race driving down on the bottom of the track so far. I mean, the early part of the race, he was...
hang on to her. Chasing her up the track. Yeah, there it
Oh,
goes.
no. And
There it goes.
yeah, no sooner than... He did well to get up there, and then that happened.
Yeah,
still no
and
caution.
He had a lot of help from Zach Brew on that one. Brew just caught the apron, got it sideways, and I'm thinking the toe might be knocked out on that car.
Oh,
Somebody's
and
smoking.
Bigger is smoking, guys. He knocked an engine out of it.
Hopefully he hasn't used his fast repair yet.
It hasn't gone twiff yet, but it is definitely smoking.
It's about to. 3, 2, 1. Let's see. And
Alright, guys.
twiff. There it goes. You saw
We
that
just
big
got
puff
the-
of white smoke.
We just got the call, guys. Pits are closed. 2 laps to the end of the segment.
Well, pits are closed, but not to him because he kind of needs to be there. And the 04 looks like it's hit a tree. or sorry, the 004. Look at the nose of that Mustang.
Yeah, and he's all over the back of the. Is it the 36 he's behind?
No,
it's
that's
the 5,
that's
it's
your
our
leader,
leader.
Dallas Pataska.
Oh, and pings into the wall. Oh, and we just had another spin off the corner.
Ping just pancaked
Still
the
no
side of
caution.
that Busch beer number 24.
I tell you what, this track's unforgiving, but the cautions are very sparing tonight.
I'm starting to wonder if I'm watching a Saturday night enduro.
I know, right? Holy Christmas! It's like going to Shangri-La.
Yeah.
And for those of you not from the Central New York area, Google the Bodine family.
Oh, the
Yeah.
004 has just hit the wall really hard, man. And it's
Alright.
allowed
He's been
36
hitting
back
the
in.
wall really hard. Look at that car. It's like something Frenchie would drive. Sorry,
Ooh.
Frenchie, I had to go there, bud.
Okay, so if you just look for Tony's address, you can go and use his Nutsack as a speed. I'm just losing it tonight. I'm just going to shut up.
Anyways,
So now there's a GoFundMe for Frenchie to meet Tony.
that's going to be the easier one, considering that they still have to go to Pocono and
Yellow.
New
there it
Hampshire.
is. Pocono
That's
and
the
New
course.
Hampshire, and it's not that hard to get to Syracuse. It's
I
Not
think
at
Frenchie
all.
lives in Florida now, right?
I am not sure on that. I've
Yeah, he
never
does. He's Club Florida, so he is
not knowing,
Canadian.
not telling.
So he's gonna have the short flight up from Florida to basically kick your ass, Tony.
Well, due to all those snowbirds,
Here's the only thing: there is no direct flights anymore into Hancock Field. So good luck with that one.
Train them. That'll do.
we can find one. But so end of the second segment, guys. We're clipping right along here tonight. This is an exciting race.
Yeah, I believe that makes it Pataska 2 for 2. No, I think Gutierrez.
Yes.
Gutierrez won the first one. No, yeah,
No,
Pataska's 2 for 2.
Pataska won. Pataska's 2 for 2, and Zach Brew just got the lucky dog. And I'm still seeing Zach. I'm sorry, I'm still seeing your car as a plain white wrapper.
It's black for me.
Well, that's what they're doing is unpainted cars now.
So I just want to say it's a rare day that I see this, but the side of the number 36 car, Tim Burns, the right side fender is so far pushed in, I can see almost the entire right rear tire.
I'm waiting for him to come through the screen right now. Same thing with Sean Dewar.
I mean, how they have the damage models here in iRacing, that's a very uncommon damage model to see.
Yeah, but those cars are still nowhere near as damaged as the 004.
Because Darlington. That's all I'm going to say on that one, KP. Because Darlington.
Yes.
Well, the phrase of the night is because reasons.
Yes. And Sam and I also decided that the next Race of Champions modified race is going to be called the Because Reasons 45.
All right, fair enough. So,
actually, no, that's the season finale at Irwindale. it's the Because Reasons. Right. So, but yeah.
That I tell you guys, I'm actually excited for the race.
Not sure what's going on right now. The 21 Dustin Dean looks like he's not too happy with Chris Gutierrez as they are beating and banging right now.
That can't be good.
I have absolutely no idea what the F just was going on, but the 21 and the 22 were playing bumper tag.
That's not a nice way to come back into the series and start doing that.
I know, right? So 2 cars getting ready to take the wave around the 004 of Brent Kuhl. That's going to put him back on the lead lap. And Ronnie Osmer going to get one of his laps back by taking the wave around. However, The only problem is Osmer is 20 laps into his stint.
Yeah, he needs to pit on this next green flag run.
Yeah. So
He needs a quick caution.
yeah. As lights go out on the pace car, field's starting to form up here.
As the final stage of the race is about to begin.
Pull those belts tight a little bit, boys. Dallas Pataska, Chris Gutierrez, Dustin Dean, Francois Pelletier, Jose Pabon, Brad Miller, Michael Jeans, Dustin Ping, Brad Bothwell, and Butch Frazier rounding out your top 10 as we are 45 laps to go this time across the stripe.
Oh, man. It's going to be an exciting race, guys.
That's one way to put it.
Anything can happen.
I believe a lot of these guys are going to go with the adage, bring me the trophy or bring me the steering wheel and help me piece the car back on the hauler.
Yeah, very true. A couple of them might be needing rolling jacks to get these cars on the haulers at the end of the day.
And the 22 does not
Green,
go.
green, green.
Completely held up Francois Pelletier. Pelletier had to completely check up that outside line to avoid running over the 22. And now he's got Bothwell to deal with.
Well, I've been watching these restart guys. Pataska is going almost the second the pace car peels off, and that's a very awkward spot to lay down power because you're still in the middle of turn 4.
It is, and with Gutierrez starting on the outside of row 1, that's one of the most difficult spots, as we all know. That's Brad Miller dealing with Pelletier right now. As we're watching Gutierrez and Dean, hammered out for second.
And the 88's around, guys.
And the 88 is
He's back
around.
He held it down. Wow, that could have been bad.
It still could, and it almost was, as the 004 almost just gave him an enema at 170 miles an hour.
Won't be the first time in this race.
I know, right? So back up to the front here, and around goes Gutierrez. Looks like he may have had help. Let's go to the replay on that one.
Another no caution.
And another no caution. Catches the outside wall. Caution is out. And nope. He just had the same problem everyone else coming off of turn 2 has had. Catches that bump wrong right in the exit of 2.
It's a hard place, man. I mean, your suspension's unloading right there, and if you hit it just wrong, there's no saving it.
Well, it drops down actually onto the flat, or what I guess you would say the straightaway, which isn't that flat here, but it drops down as you're trying to put the power back down, and it becomes off camber. So if you get it wrong, it goes horribly wrong very quickly.
I mean, if you're accelerating early through there and you hit it right, you can hit it really well and nice and quick and fast. But if you're putting down the power as you hit that bump, then you're not going to have a good time.
Well, like a wise person once told me when I first started racing, don't be afraid to queef it. And for those of you who don't understand what a queef is, Google it.
No, don't Google it. We might have children watching.
I believe the politically correct term is a pansy burp.
Oh, God. Meanwhile, back to the race. Sean Dewar just got his lucky dog.
Oh, it's been a long day at work, boys. Sorry.
No worries.
We can forgive you for that. Plus, we've had other things to deal with today, so we're just letting off steam.
Yes, it's been a long day for those of us who normally run open wheel stuff with a lot of less than adult things taking place in another league that 3 of us are competition committee members of.
And no more will be said about that.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm just here for the bubble gum and the cupcakes.
I'm just there for SR.
Crayons are in the corner. Crayons are in the corner. Leave my Twinkies alone.
Those are my Twinkies.
What about the moon pie? What about the moon pies? I like the moon pies.
Which flavor moon pie?
Chocolate.
Okay. Now, there's another... Hold on. I got to look this up because I know I'm going to forget the name of it. Bear with me a second, folks.
All right.
While
Tony's searching for something.
Hey, Sam, real quick, do I even want to know what you deleted on the Facebook chat? Or the Facebook chat, the live stream chat?
Just somebody spamming, that's all. Just going left, and then, yeah.
Whoopie pies. I know KP has probably had one, considering you lived in Pennsylvania for a while.
I have never lived... Oh, wait, yes, I have. Never mind, yes. I've lived in Pennsylvania.
Yes, but have you ever had a whoopie pie?
It sounds very familiar.
It's a chocolate cookie covered in vanilla frosting, and they put another chocolate cookie on top of it. Think of it as a soft batch Oreo.
Yeah,
but they're about maybe 4 inches across.
Yeah, that I know what you're talking about. I do believe I've had one.
The Pennsylvania Dutch, better known as the Amish. The Amish. And I can say that because I can guarantee none of the Amish are watching right now. But
so I have a question.
I might have an answer.
Is an Amish child an omelet?
Wow.
Oh God.
So if there are any Amish watching, get your hate mail coming.
I'm sorry. These are things I need to know.
Okay,
so we're going to set up a GoFundMe.
On a similar note, so we've got onion powders made from onions, garlic powders made from garlic.
Yeah, baby powder.
What do they make baby powder out of? And on a similar note, olive oil is made from olives. And, canola oil is made from the canola bean. What do they make baby oil out of?
Freshly squeezed
back to the race. The pace cars jumped turned up.
Pataska holding them back a little bit that time. Finally pulls the trigger. Dustin Dean is in trouble. He's got Francois Pelletier to his inside. And Dustin Ping directly behind him. And eats the wall. Good grief. Just
kept it going though. He's
pancakes it. So, Frenchie up into second. Dustin Ping up into third. So the usual suspects running towards the front of this thing. Pataska, Pelletier, Ping, Jeans, Pabon, Dean, Miller, Gutierrez, Frazier, and Dewar. Good to see Dewar back up into the top 10 after having that early trouble. And
I just want to say, guys, I don't want to jinx him, and now I fear I just did, but Frenchie's given me hope with this run.
Well, right now the battle is for third right now with Dustin Ping and Michael Jeans.
Yeah, Michael Jeans has been very quiet tonight as well, I will say. I mean, requesting an EOL at the start of the race, and has been running at the back mainly for most of this thing. But yeah, finally decided to make his move forward as Sean Dewar hits the wall and he's around and that's game over.
Wow.
Yeah.
Keeps hitting the wall too. Good grief. Let's go to the replay on that one. Just pounds it coming off of 2. Pounds it again in the middle of the back straightaway. There's the third one. Collects the 36 and noses in for a 4th hit onto the back straightaway wall.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I mean, he just lost it completely. I mean, he's immediately taken it behind the wall, and you can see why by how hard he hit the wall.
Well, we're going to go to a cockpit view of what Tim Burns saw. We're watching him fight the wheel coming through the 1-2 complex. You see Dewar peg the wall there, pegs it a second time, comes down, bang, there it goes. Boom goes the dynamite, around she goes. And that was the only contact Burns had, so great driving job. The car was backwards, sideways, smoking, and Burns was still driving it. So meanwhile, back at the ranch,
Ronnie Osborne's lost another lap. So has he? No, he's a lap that. He lost another lap, I think. Did
No,
he pit at some point?
no. He was 3 laps down at one point.
Oh, he got the lucky dog.
He got
There
the
he
lucky
goes.
dog. Because Burns was involved in that incident, that gives Osmer the lucky dog.
So that's put him just one lap down now.
He's now only 1 lap down, praying for another caution.
Well, he's getting them, even though he's praying for them.
And
Keep that car clean. He might have a good finish yet out of this.
yes. So I would like to point out that Pataska, Pelletier, and Ping have not been down pit road yet during this segment, as we are just inside the 35 lap mark. Michael Jeans has been down, Pavon's been down, Frazier has been down, and then from everyone from Dustin Dean in 7th in the 21 back just came down pit road. And Butch Frazier is on pit road now.
Another one that's been quiet tonight is Brad Miller. I mean, he's been running safely in the middle of the pack, but he's been keeping himself to himself during this race and doing really well. Just want to point out for those of you that missed it, Saturday night was the Drive Like a Girl 500 at, I believe it was
Homestead Miami Speedway.
Yeah, and to raise awareness for breast cancer, if you didn't watch the broadcast a couple of weeks ago, we did a special race featuring
Brad's wife, Melissa.
Who is currently in remission from breast cancer. So that race from Saturday was the second part of the special race we did a couple of weeks ago. And I believe that was a fundraiser as well, was it?
That was. And if you are looking to know how you can get involved as far as Melissa goes, she has asked that all funds be donated to St. Jude's.
Yeah, and I believe, if I've got my gazintas right, they did raise quite a considerable amount on Saturday. So kudos to them.
They did. It was a good fundraiser. But again, if you want to get involved and you want to make a donation, Melissa has been asking that the funds be donated to St. Jude's Fund. So, and for those of you out there who have not been examinated or have not had your mammograms, there are new 3D mammography machines out there, and that's how Melissa's tumor was caught as early as it was. So don't take your health and put it at risk. If you haven't been tested, get tested. That's really the story that we're saying here. Get tested early so you can get it caught early enough that it can be treated.
Each one of us knows his or her body better than anyone else, and if you notice something out of the ordinary, you notice, even if it's the littlest thing, it's good to have it checked, because you can be saving yourself a lot of heartache later on.
Absolutely. His pace car is off, and Pataska picks up the throttle, and Pelletier goes with him. So good start for Frenchie on second place. Dustin Peng now fighting with Michael Jeans for third. The battle picks up where it left off just before the caution. Jeans brushes the wall coming through 1 and 2, keeps it wound up on the high side, and gets the clear coming off of 2.
And I always think if anyone's going to challenge Dallas Pataska in this race, it's going to be Frenchie, because we all know once he's got a good run going down, he's a threat. As somebody's going off on the infield back there.
Brad
just a ping in the wall.
Oh, taking everybody with him.
Wow.
Brad Miller got caught up in that.
How is that not a caution? Let's watch that again, because just barely making it on the pit road. He had help. He definitely had help on that one. The 21 just basically hockey hip checked him. So something that race control is going to want to look at post-race and get that sorted out.
21's got issues with everyone tonight, by the sounds of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's unfortunate for those two drivers, but we carry on racing, and Frenchie's fallen back into the hands of Michael Jeans.
Yes, he is. Very quickly, I might add.
But I believe Michael Jeans is on fresher tyres, so this could
By
definitely
7
play.
laps, yes.
So this could definitely work into Michael Jean's favour. As I said earlier, he's been sitting back up until this point. For the first 2 stages, he's been relatively quiet, but now he's coming uncorked as we go into the last, as we go towards the last 25 laps of the race.
We are closing in on the last 25 laps. Dallas Pataska, Francois Pelletier, Michael Jeans, Dustin Ding, Jose Pabon, Zach Brew, Butch Frazier, Chris Gutierrez, Brad Rothwell, and Ronnie Osmer rounding out your top 10. Osmer, first car 1 lap down, so 9 cars left on the lead lap. And I would like to point out, Pataska and Pelletier are the only 2 that have not pit during this cycle.
And Dustin Ding just hit the wall again.
08 and the 21 just got together, guys.
Yeah.
Looked like the 21 got sandwiched into the corner or into the wall.
And that's put Pelletier into some clean air now, so we can just go and chase after Pataska if he can. But
How
it's not
to
going to be
turn
easy.
an Xfinity car into a pavement modified in one easy step? Because you can see both front wheels.
Pretty much. All right.
If you can do it with an Audi R8, you can do it with a stock car.
True story.
Sorry, Ronnie.
Now, it wasn't Ronnie that did it. It was the rest of his team.
Yeah.
Ronnie was just the one that grenaded 2 motors that day.
Yes, because he was trying to play superhero and play catch up.
But I'm watching Frenchie right now, guys. He's nice and smooth. He might not be the absolute fastest out there, but he's just running it nice and smooth. And I wonder if he's trying to save something in case this race goes green the last 25 laps.
That's what I'm thinking he might be doing too. It looks like he's saving his tires more than anything else.
As things stand right now, he's on for his best finish of the season because he's been really struggling so far this season. He's been caught up in other people's wrecks, and tonight's definitely his best chance to actually put a stamp on his season. So,
and he is looking to gain a ton of points on Ray Black Jr.
Oh, most definitely, yeah. I mean,
I know the race we were in at Indianapolis, both of us had top 10s going, and I got into him a little bit, and I think I cost us both good finishes, and that's been about, I think that might have been the
into the wall, James in the wall.
Oh. Yeah. No spin, though.
No spin, but Dustin Dean got back by him. And that car is wadded on the right side.
And watch Jose Pabon. He's catching these guys as well, so he'll be one to look out for. Yeah.
Safe bet.
I'm not sure we can call these Darlington stripes anymore, guys. I mean, these are...
Darlington dents.
Yeah, I think Darlington dents might be a little bit better.
Pretty much, yeah. Pataska continuing to show the way. 2.5 clear of second place Francois Pelletier. Pelletier not being gapped by Pataska, but is starting to gap Dustin Dean.
All right, wow. I'm back through the field here a little bit. The 0.5 of Zach Brew, guys, he is dirt tracking it off these corners.
Yeah, and that's letting Chris Gutierrez catch him very, very quickly.
As we're watching that battle live on the stream right now.
Right on his fender now.
Gutierrez in the 22, Brew in the 05. And Zach, I'm sorry. Trading Paints hates my guts. I cannot see that paint scheme you've got on the car tonight. As Gutierrez goes to the inside.
Not sure if he's going to make the pass stick because...
Not going to happen because Brew's keeping it wound up on the high side.
And this is another one of those tracks where the high side actually works better than the low side, so...
And business is about to pick up for third as Pataska is walking away from Francois Pelletier. Pelletier might have a problem. And Dustin Dean is reeling him in.
Old tires and fuel, old tires possibly.
There goes Gutierrez to the inside of Brew. Finally gets the clear down the front stretch into turn 1.
He made it just look just that easy. He just passed him like he was standing still.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Now he goes after Ronnie Osmer, who's obviously trying to fight for his lap back. So, and he's catching him quite quickly. Chris Gutierrez is on a mission right now. He is absolutely flying.
Well, I mean, he had a good run going, guys. He had a top 5 going and got turned out of it. So that always, I know when that happens to me, it always makes me push just a little bit harder.
Yeah, but the only thing is, usually when it happens to UKP, it's within the last 10 laps of the race. We watched Gutierrez eat the wall coming off of 2. With UKP, though, it usually happens within the last 10 laps of the race, and it's night over for you.
Thank you for bringing up bad memories,
Too
Tony,
soon?
but-
Too soon? Sorry.
Yes, but you are quite right.
I'm thinking 24 hours ago when you got into it with Bob.
And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, KP had a top 5 run going and had help from the 6th place car coming off of turn 4 at Daytona in a DW12 and just ate the inside retaining wall at Daytona.
No, I didn't hit the wall. I looped it around about 6 times, but didn't hit anything.
Ah, yes. And Brett Kuhl is in the pits.
Kudos to our teammate, though, KP. He got a top 10 in his debut.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he did. Yes, Jason.
Good grief, Chris. Leave some wall there for the rest of us.
Zach Brew hit the wall behind them as well.
Zach Brew hit the wall. Chris Gutierrez just tried to take a turn 2 wall down with him. Good grief.
Which NASCAR race was it where a car hit the wall and it left actually a hole in the wall?
It's been several.
I was going to say, which one?
I think it was Phoenix.
There was, back in the late 90s, I believe it was John Andretti in the number 43 car spun it around, hit driver's side first, and broke the wall.
Well, how about, wow.
Whoa.
What about Gordon at Pocono back in 01? The throttle stuck as he went into turn 1. He had the sense of mind to kick the car sideways, go through the grass, and just slide passenger door first into the wall. And that was right after he had just put the full containment seat in his car. So, thank God for safety improvements.
Gutierrez hit the wall again.
Gutierrez hit the wall again. Zach Brew has been trying to knock the wall down.
To be fair, though, Chris Gutierrez is actually hunting down that 88 car. He's catching him very quickly.
He is. But one thing I do...
Somebody's in the wall. Somebody just spun.
You want the short answer on that one? Dustin Peng is in the pits. Tim Burns is in the pits. Brett Kuhl is in the pits. And Dallas Pataska, 9.75 seconds to the good.
That's a pretty impressive gap in such a short time.
10 to go this time across the stripe.
And he's only pitted once for the whole race, isn't he?
Mm-mm.
No, he's pitted twice.
He pitted after the first segment, he pitted after the second segment, and he has not pit this particular cycle.
Dustin Dean tagged the wall again as this has turned into a 3-car battle for 4th place. Dustin Dean struggling around there. He's got the 88 and the 22 behind him. This is going to be a close battle for 4th.
Very much so.
By my numbers, guys, we're coming around to 8 to go, so it's getting time.
9 to go.
9 to go, sir.
Okay. My lap counter is off.
We're working lap 92 for those of you who don't understand high-powered gazintas.
See, my lap counter is off.
And live and let slide job as Jose Pabon takes over the number 4 spot. Just barely gets the clear on the 21 as he slides up through the 1-2 complex. Gets the clear and starts to pull away.
Yeah.
And here comes Gutierrez to the inside as well as Dean eats the wall again coming off of 4.
I do not want to see the incident points for some of these cars at the end of this race.
And while we were watching that, Michael Jeans got by Frenchie look at Frenchie's right side. I'm thinking
Tag the
there
wall.
was wall contact at least once.
Well, he's not going to have enough time. Oh, there's the caution. I'm thinking at this
Zach
point
Brew.
we may have another one for Zach Brew.
Looks like coming off a 2, same thing that's happened all night. They hit that bump just right, and he's got it on lockdown, trying to save it, but went back up into the racing line.
I tell you, Zach's had no luck tonight.
Boom! There goes the dynamite.
Yeah, Zach Brew has had no luck tonight at all. I mean,
still trying to drive it, and just I dare say that Brad Miller may have just had a first you say it then you do it kind of moment.
Guys, I want to point something out. Ronnie Osmer looks like he's going to get the lucky dog, and there's only 8 cars left on the lead lap.
Oh, let the games begin. Let's see what happens here. Do you take the tires? I mean, how far back do you take tires at this point?
Yeah, but that caution has just completely destroyed Pataska's advantage as well.
He was 10 seconds to the good over Michael Jeans.
How annoyed do you reckon he is right now?
And Frenchie stays out. Pataska stays out. Jeans goes pit side. Gutierrez stays out. Pabon goes pit side. Dean. Frazier stays out? Question mark. Butch Frazier has stayed out. So Jeans, Dean, Pabon, Brew. Osmer's taking his lucky dog right now.
Oh man, this is going to be interesting, guys, because I have a feeling we're looking at 45 lap old tires or thereabouts on these leaders versus a couple cars that took fresh.
Now
this could be an interesting lap or two.
Here's the question. It's basically going to be a green-white checker, and Dallas Pataska has been taking the green or restarting the race at just about the same point on the track every time. I think Frenchie might have his rhythm down and his cadence. If you're Pataska, do you wait another 20, 30 feet and make Frenchie have to check up?
I would think so. I mean, this is everybody going for... everybody's going for it. He knows he's going to have everyone trying to jump him here, and if he's been starting at the same spot every time, you got to mix that up. You got to be unpredictable.
Osmer's in pit road.
Well, he kind of has to.
Is that going to work in his favor though? Because he's going to have fresh fuel and tires.
Yeah, he's going to have at least fresh tires. Not sure how much fuel he's going to take. If I was Ronnie, I wouldn't take much. Yeah, I'd take maybe 2 gallons at most. But I would definitely take 4 tires.
I think these cars could make it that far. So
it looks like Ronnie's getting some damage repaired too.
There he goes. Either that or he got a hold for speed in pit road because it did come down rather hot.
No, that was he was 24 seconds in the box. It would have been a 15-second hold. So that would have been almost a 30-second stop in the box.
Oh, they wouldn't have held him under caution anyway, so I don't know what I was thinking.
No, they would have held him under caution.
Oh, would they? Okay.
Oh, no. It would have been EOL. Well, here's the problem, though. With Ronnie getting the lucky dog, he's going to the tail end of the field anyways. So you really don't have anything to lose.
As Brent Cool has put it behind the wall.
He has.
Yep.
But there are not enough laps for David Bigger to catch him, so...
Zach Brew has suddenly started blinking slightly, so that could be a problem. Zach Brew was taken as fast repair, by the way, guys. His car is completely clean again.
That does not bode well for the rest of the field, as the lights are out on the pace car. Pataska, Pelletier, Gutierrez, Frazier, Jeans, Dean, Pabon, Brew, and Osmer, your lead lap cars, with Brad Bothwell First car 1 lap down in 10th.
All right, stacks up the field, hits the gas, and Peltier kind of stayed with him, guys.
Green flag.
He
Green
did.
flag.
The 555 tried his ass off to jump that start, but didn't work too well with him. Gutierrez got to his inside. There goes Michael Jeans past him. And the 21 loses it. Oh, does he save it?
Oh no, the 5's around. That's the race if it goes to caution, but it won't.
Nope. No yellow yet. And here comes the 8 with those fresh tires.
Oh wow, this is gonna be. Oh no!
Oh, no caution, and the 08's underneath the 5 on the last lap, I do believe.
It is the last lap. White flag is out. Michael Jean's power move just bombs it into turn number 1. New tires help him stick it.
Osborne's in the wall now.
Pataska's going to have one final shot at him.
I don't think
And
he's got it,
Pataska's
guys.
into the wall.
Oh no! Michael Jesus just robbed him.
Michael Jeans steals one from the lady in black.
Oh, fresh tires, guys.
Pataska in second. Frenchie holding on for third. Butch Frazier holding on for fourth. Osmer able to salvage fifth. Good grief. And the 21 does not look happy.
And great news, guys. 2 of the top 3 are in TeamSpeak.
Well, let's see.
Let's get Pataska first and get his reaction from that.
You go ahead and bring him in, and let me pull up TeamSpeak again. Where the hell is TeamSpeak? There's
I'll wait
TeamSpeak.
till you pulled it.
I
Okay.
have it up because I need to mute you, and I need to mute KP, and you guys need to mute me. And each other, so we don't get all that feedback happy.
How do I do that?
Right click and mute client. Down towards the bottom. Just under sending somebody to underneath where you would normally send somebody to Italy.
Oh, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Do you see Michael Jeans in here at all?
No.
Is he not at all?
All right.
Okay. So we're going to bring Dallas Pataska into the broadcast
to your channel.
booth, apparently.
There he is.
Dallas, Tony up in the booth. You got me, sir.
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Heartbreaker there. You had the perfect strategy going. The caution came out, and you guys were going to get a green-white checker, and looks like new tires were the thing to do.
Yeah, that's pretty disappointing. I had a lot of confidence going into this race. I knew I was going to be fast. It showed, and kind of got screwed over by a caution, but good race, good confidence booster, and just got to look forward to next week.
Yeah, I mean, you had a 10-second gap going into that final caution. I mean, that must really wrench you right now, feeling like knowing you had that advantage and then having it quickly taken away from you like that. I mean, yeah, I feel bad for you for that one.
Yeah, I don't know what the gap was, but I knew once we got to the final stage, if we had a long run, I'd be able to pull away. Nobody seemed to save tires, or either they weren't doing it intentionally, or they just weren't aware of how, but my tires were doing better than anyone else's, and I felt like I would have had it in the bag if we went green. And the one time I didn't want a caution to come out, 2 laps later I have that win. But yeah, going from a 10-something second gap to losing because of a caution, it's frustrating.
10.1 when the caution flew. So, but we definitely feel for you. You did extend your point lead over Ronnie Osmer tonight, though. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, I'm upset that I didn't get the win. I really wanted to get one. I've had a tough couple of weeks, but I can't be too upset with second. teammate came in third and fourth. So looking forward to next week and keeping it up, getting ready for the chase.
All right, fair enough. We'll let you get back down into your team speak there with the rest of them, as we're going to bring your teammate Frenchie up and talk to him a little bit.
All right, thank you guys.
Yes, sir. We'll see you next week at Richmond.
Congratulations, man.
User was moved to your channel.
So joining us now in the broadcast booth, Mr. Francois Pelletier. Frenchie, talk us through what was going on there during that last half of that last stint just before the caution came out. Were you trying to save tires, or were they just going away to the point where you were fighting it?
I was trying to save tires and then thinking about, the time span and the fact that my teammate was in front of me, and if I, stay close enough with him, hopefully he'd have the decency to let his teammate get by him and get a win. But unfortunately, I was overthinking it and overdriving it a little too much going into turn 3, and that's basically where I was losing it every single time. And after you get it 4 to 5 times into the wall, it definitely changes the handling.
Yeah, absolutely. But speaking of changing handling, with you driving as many wadded up race cars as you have this season, I dare say that was to your advantage this past Friday night when you became the new king of Crash Car.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, you're right. This season I've suffered a lot of fender benders, and but still trying to stay in the top 5 in points, and still trying to salvage as many points as possible. Tonight was a good game for myself and our team, especially with the stage points. It's the first time I've had a good run there, so hopefully I gain a few spots in the standings after this weekekend.
Well, you're definitely going to gain a spot over Ray Black Jr., who wasn't in attendance tonight, so that'll be a good thing for you.
That's my main goal. That's all I got to beat.
Now, a little birdie also told me that you're going to be making your IndyCar debut tomorrow night at Vegas. Can you confirm or deny that allegation, Senator?
I'm not sure if it's tomorrow night. I thought it was going to be the next weekend, because I do play hockey as a national pastime for myself to keep in shape. And tomorrow night is our championship game for Scuba Life. Ray Black is our sponsor of our hockey team down here in Rockledge, Florida. And we made the playoffs, and now we're in the championship game tomorrow night and go for that cup again.
Okay, so let me make sure I'm following this. A Canadian is playing hockey in Florida during the summer.
All year round.
Does anyone else see a...
And it's a team sponsored by a NASCAR driver.
a team sponsored by a NASCAR driver. So,
yeah, trust me.
And sometimes we have Ryan Ellis. He joins
when
us.
I heard that, I was like, what in the world are you
league,
thinking?
To come down whenever he's down here at Daytona. We make sure he brings his gear, and we bring him in, even though he's under 40. Everybody's in our league is either 40, play college hockey, or retired NHLers, and we go out there and we have a good time and bang around a little bit.
So it's not an over under league then.
No, it's over 40, and you got to be 40. But sometimes we allow someone like Ellis to come in because of he's a driver and he's a lot of fun.
No. An over under league, over 40, under 6 feet tall.
Oh no. It's there's a lot of big boys on this team.
All right, fair enough. But okay, so then it's going to be in 3 weeks at Vegas in the DW12 that you're going to make your debut.
That's correct.
Okay.
It'll be Sunday night, and I'll be rock and rolling.
All right. So looking forward to seeing that, and looking forward to seeing you again Friday night to see if it was beginner's luck this past Friday, or if you really do know your way around some crashing of cars.
Well, I'd love to say I'd be there, but unfortunately, I do enjoy the crash thing. I'm going to do that again. But this weekend we will be in Darlington, running our Bobby daughter, the 07 with Ray, and I'll be pitting for him, and looking forward to getting back on the track for the next. I probably think for the rest of the season. So we'll be good.
You sure need to look into a gaming laptop and bring your wheel with you on the road.
Yeah, that would be kind of fun. Got plenty of room in the bus to do so you never know.
All right. Well, Frenchie,
looking
forward to seeing you at Richmond next week. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've had some victories at Richmond in the past.
Yeah, I've had a couple, but not at this level yet with iRacing. I'm new to iRacing. This is only my second year, so I'm enjoying it, learning a lot, getting behind these guys that are really experienced. in Dallas, he's a great driver. He's got a lot of skill, and he's really young. So it's kind of weird being an old guy like myself learning from these young kids. But if you follow them enough, you keep quiet, and you don't bust their chops too much, they teach you something. So it's good to learn.
All right, fair enough. So anybody got anything else for Mr. Frenchie?
I just wanted to say, Frenchie,
Don't all
guys,
step at once.
yeah, for guys like me, you
All right, guys.
we're
Definitely
inspired
a lot of fun,
tonight.
and I appreciate it. And
KP, you got to push your button, bud.
Oh, hey, Frenchie.
oh, hey, what's going on, KP?
I just wanted to say, for guys like me, that was an inspiring run tonight, and give you a congratulations on it.
I appreciate it. It's a lot of fun, and like I said, learning from these young guys is what it takes, and look forward to continue racing in this series, and hopefully have a bright future in this stuff.
All right, man. Well, I think you will. Good run tonight, and congratulations, and good luck in your hockey.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, guys.
Yes, sir. So Francois Pelletier coming in third place, running up the podium.
User was moved out of your channel.
And just missing the podium.
User was moved to your channel.
Just missing the podium, but the third member of the second, third, fourth finish joining us in the booth now, Mr. Butch Frazier in the 555 Hooters car. Butch, that last restart, you really tried to get after it with your teammate in front of you.
Yeah, just tried to keep together. It's a hard track to pass on. A lot of tires were shot. The first three we stayed out, and they went in behind us. So just tried to stay together and make it hard to get around. So.
Well, you battled back from some early troubles that we saw. In the the end of the first segment, first part of the second segment, and you're able to grab a top 5 finish. So that's kudos to you, sir. But tell us your thoughts going next week, going into Richmond. Any concerns, questions, thoughts, apprehensions going into the probably one of the shorter tracks that you guys are going to see this season?
Yeah, I'm more of a super speedway driver. It's where I've spent most of my time. In the short tracks, I just try to be careful and try to save the car, save tires. And that's probably what we'll do next week, just try to keep it straight and keep it clean.
Fair enough. And just for the record, has anybody ever told you sound like Dale Jr.?
No, I've never heard that one yet.
Well, maybe it's just the way I'm hearing you on the mic, but congratulations on the top 5, and looking forward to seeing you at Richmond next week. And we'll let you get back down with your team, and hopefully you'll continue the good luck at the short track.
2-4, appreciate it. You guys doing a great job. We enjoy watching the races and stuff after they're done, and just keep it up.
Well, thank you. We enjoy being here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so Butch Frazier,
out of your channel.
rounding out the 2, 3, 4 finish, and let's go up into main gate and grab the gentleman who.
User was moved to
The
your
driver
channel.
who battled back from being 3 laps down at one point to finish in 5th, Ronnie Osmer. Ronnie, just a remarkable job to salvage the finish that you did, sir.
It was incredibly hard, and to add on one thing that was even more of a challenge, you know how they have the tape on the wheel that shows the middle point for your wheel straight up? My wheel right now is at a 45-degree angle, and that's where it was keeping it straight. So that added to the struggle of turning the car, keeping it straight and all that.
How the hell did you manage that?
I don't know.
Darlington stripe after Darlington stripe after Darlington stripe, repeat as needed.
No,
Yeah.
It wasn't because of that. It was the incident I had with the 05. The wheel rotated a bunch of times, and it just ended up.
Oh, okay. So you didn't knock the toe out of it. It was a calibration deal that went haywire in your wheel.
Yeah.
Well then, that is rather impressive, sir.
Oh, it was a struggle, especially on the last lap, trying to get through everyone. Whew.
I gotta think new tires definitely helped. We saw you, take a pit side as soon as you got back on the lead lap. You got your lucky dog, took a pit side, got some damage repaired, and I gotta think that the fresher tires really paid off.
Oh yeah, the fresh tires were a major help, and then also getting to be able to fix the damage on pit road. It helped out a lot. Got me to get that tiny Lund car into the top 5.
Yeah, it was good to see some of the throwback paint schemes tonight. So, talk us through your feelings about going into Richmond next week.
I feel pretty confident because I'm a short track guy. I love short tracks. I always compete best in short tracks, and hopefully it drives a lot like that modified did in the Champions League. I think it'll be all right.
Good luck with that one, because I doubt you're going to see a setup like that, because that was my personal SK setup that you guys ran that night.
I need that setup from the Richmond races. I
You're
think that's
such
better
a
than a
show
Richmond
off,
setup.
Ronnie. Such a show off.
Ronnie, just for that, next time you're running the Champions, we're giving you prize weight.
Does that mean I'm starting 1 lap down?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna give you a 1 lap black flag, and we're not giving you a lucky dog.
But no, man, seriously, tonight, good run. It was really impressive to watch you come back the way you did. And, good luck going into Richmond.
Thank you very much. It was a hard-fought run, and hopefully it's a lot easier next week in Richmond.
And obviously we'll see you tomorrow night at Vegas.
Of course, with my Evolution racing teammates, Tyler Vickery and Seth Rolls.
Yep,
absolutely.
And I hope to beat you.
So, Ronnie, again, congratulations on salvaging a top 5 after the dumpster fire you were caught in the end of the first segment. Perseverance paid off, and congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much.
So, I think that's pretty much going to do it, kids. We got another one in the books. For those of you just joining us, you have been watching a presentation of the RTFT All-Star League, the OldSkoolz Motorsports 100, live from Darlington International Raceway, the iRacing version. Xfinity Cars putting on one hell of a show. Let's go to the real quick. Let's go to the final standings and take a look at what I think I already know. With Dallas Pataska leading the most laps of the race. Yeah, 83 of 100 laps led. Fastest lap of the race, Ronnie Osmer with a 27.273. That's
good grief,
flipping
Ronnie. That's
hauling.
Yeah, I mean,
good Lord.
That lap time just basically represents how hard he was pushing to get back up there.
Yeah, that's really hauling it. But I would also like to point out 46 incident points. He fastest lap, but most incident points of the night, Ronnie Osmer.
Like I said, Darlington stripe after Darlington stripe after Darlington stripe, it's going to give you that many incident points.
Pretty much, yeah. Hard charger of the race, Michael Jean started 11th, finished with the victory. So good to see that. Dallas Pataska starting up on point, finishing second. 83 laps led. 7 cautions for a total of 28 laps. 3 lead changes. With Pataska leading 83, Chris Gutierrez leading 16, and Michael Jeans leading only 1 lap, but it was the most important lap that he led.
Yeah, I mean, I said earlier in the race that Michael Jeans was being very quiet in that race, and he left it until the 3rd stage before he actually started making his move. And boy, did he make his move! I mean, he waited until the very last moment and then absolutely stole it from Dallas. And,
well, the other thing to point out there, Sam, is Jeans was one of the ones that pitted under that last caution.
Yeah, along with Ronnie Osmer as well. So
yeah,
both of those guys making big gains on that last run.
Yeah, Osmer restarted in ninth in the running order, but on track he was actually where were we?
7th, I think it was.
No, 13th.
Oh wow!
He restarted that race 13th and finished 5th. So he did pick off quite a few cars on the last couple of laps there. So go ahead.
Granted, I was going to say, I think he had a little bit of help. I mean, we had a lot of cars skating and scooting around that track the last few laps, and I think we had a couple spins as well.
Jose Pabon getting the biggest wreck out of all of that. He literally hit the wall head on with 2 to go. So
yeah, Pabon finishing the race in the pits, finishing in 10th, 1 lap down. Brad Bothell finishing 9th, 1 lap down. Last car on the lead lap, Chris Gutierrez finishing in 8th. Zach Bruin 7th, Dustin Dean in 6th. Ronnie Osmer coming home in 5th. Butch Frazier, Francois Pelletier, Dallas Pataska, and of course Michael Jeans coming home with the victory. So we got another one in the books, boys. We'll be back at it next week at Richmond. For those of you who want some more racing action this week, we will be in the booth tomorrow night on our other channel, the Indy Speedway League YouTube channel. And that's going to be IRO5s, or as iRacing refers to it, the Dallara 2011 version, live from Vegas. So that's...
And not forgetting we have the Pro Mazdas at Iowa on Thursday, which will be broadcasted by our very own Forrest Sparks.
Yes. And also Thursday we will have the Paskey Sports Race of Champions SK Modified Tour. KP, where did you say those were this week?
It is at Old Phoenix this week. It's somebody should pave this place 50.
Somebody should pave this place 50. And, then don't forget that the season finale for that event, or for that series, is going to be the Twin 35s at Irwindale, called the Because Reasons Twin 35s.
Yes. Looking forward to that. Well, we still have quite a few races to go before we get to that point, but it's been fun so far.
Now, for more information on how you can get involved in the action, go ahead and drop a comment below with your iRacing screen name, which series you're interested in getting into, and we will make sure that the league admins get that information, and we'll get you added to where we need to get you added to.
Yep.
Yeah, very much. So
on behalf of my partners in crime, the three amigos, the Sons of Motherless Goats, for those of you who know the movie reference, for Kevin Paskowich, for Mr. Sam Cooper Bennett, this is Tony Trapasso saying you have been watching a presentation of the RTFT All-Star Racing League. Live from Darlington International Speedway, this was the OldSkoolz Motorsports 100. We will see you next week from Richmond for I have no idea what they're calling it this week. No idea how many laps. Taylor never told me, but we'll have that information for you at the start of the stream. Ladies and gentlemen, in the meantime, stay safe and keep it dirty side down.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.